So, okay, so it's hello, and welcome to Halloween in the Apocalypse. Okay, so normally we have a huge Halloween party. We've had anywhere from a couple of dozen people show up with kids to we've literally had 100 people show up.
Right.
And
We've had over 20 kids sometimes for the quest.
Yes,
Yeah.
so we do a quest, we make up a story, and then we have different stations, and the adults man the stations, and the kids go through a quest. We do the whole thing. We have bonfires, we have dress up the dead, which I'm not going to explain that, but it's a story, it's a little game we play with skeletons. Yeah. Yeah. You have to assemble the skeleton, do it in teams. So we do all that. We have a great big potluck. It's usually Mexican food. We put out great huge vats of Halloween candy for desserts.
Yes.
Okay, everybody, yeah. So everybody comes, they bring food. All right, so it's fantastic. We can't do that this year.
No.
There's a fucking apocalypse. You fucking people quit running around doing shit.
Yeah, it's too cold to do it outside this year, too.
Don't get with your... Yeah, no, it's not.
I mean, to do everything outside.
No.
Yeah.
But, yeah, don't bring your families together so that you can give each other the fucking COVID.
Yeah.
Okay? But I also don't think that you should let anything go by and do nothing. Especially something that's as important to us as normally is, which is Halloween. Normally it's our big holiday. It's the one that we celebrate and have the most fun with. This year, nothing, except I'm going to carve a couple of jack-o'-lanterns. Okay, so what am I doing now? What I'm doing is I've taken the top off, and I might show you on the next one in case there's anybody who doesn't know how to take a top off. I might show you how to do that. Okay. So, we love pumpkin seeds, and I have a way of roasting them. I'm going to show you how to do that a little bit later. But at any rate, we love pumpkin seeds. What I don't like is trying to get the guts out of the pumpkin seeds, and what I found after years of carving pumpkins is don't just scrape the guts out and then try to get your seeds out. If you take your seeds out while you're doing it, you just very gently, you can kind of just peel them up. In fact, that's something I'll have to show them later too, because I've taken most of them out of here. And it took me, maybe 5 minutes? And I've got them all out already. Okay, so I've already got all my pumpkin seeds, or most of them. As I'm scraping, I'll probably find a few more. But, yeah, my son, the genius, and the whiz Zeb, and Lynn and I, and everybody likes, anybody with any brains likes a good roasted pumpkin seed, right?
Right.
So that's like I said, you'll notice I'm not getting guts.
No.
I'm just getting seeds. Okay.
They don't notice because I'm on your face, not what you're doing.
Okay. I'm just getting. Well, why are you taking pictures of me? Take pictures of what I'm doing. I am now. Okay. So I think I've got all the good seeds out of there. Okay. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to thin the walls of the pumpkin to make it easier to carve. And the way you do that is with a spoon. And anybody that doesn't use a spoon is doing it wrong! I've carved me 40 bazillion jack-o'-lanterns, people. I know what I'm talking about. All right, so, like I said, I got most of the seeds out of there now. Okay, so you just take a spoon. And I usually start at the top, so I make the opening at the top even bigger. Save those too. All right. So I'm just going to take the spoon and put it in there and kind of scrape around the edge. And of course, you're always going to cut your top with a taper so that it doesn't just fall right into the pumpkin. If you cut it straight up and down line, it falls back into the pumpkin, just right into the pumpkin. Okay, so now I'm just going to keep doing this, and I will scrape this down.
Toss that in for the chickens, right?
And yes, all of this will go to the happy chickens.
Okay, I'll come back later, okay?
Okay. Ready?
It's on.
Okay, so I've got my headlamp on, and I'll have to turn it on in a minute because I'm blind as a freaking bat, and I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. So, as you can see, it took me, about 2.5 minutes?
Yeah, didn't take long
And
at
that
all.
pumpkin is completely cleaned out. That's its guts.
And the chickens are gonna be happy.
The chickens will be happy, happy chickens, and we'll. Okay, now it's like I tell people. Am I a master carver? No. Do I carve a hell of a jack-o'-lantern? Yes, I do. Okay, so every pumpkin has a face. You have to figure out where your pumpkin's face is. I say this pumpkin's face is right there. So Lynn's going to have to come back over here because I'm going to start carving. Mom, you might want to move the occasion if you actually want to see what I'm doing. Or you can just wait and see what it looks like when I pop it out. Okay, so I have thinned this out. I like to work with a little bitty thin knife. This is the same one I've used for a bazillion years. It's just about had it. My wife used it for something and bent it.
Shame on her.
And then me and my grandson had a meltdown because she dared to use my good pumpkin carving knife and fucked it up. How dare you fuck up my pumpkin carving knife? So what will we be doing for the holiday? Well, we won't be doing much. We'll be carving these jack-o'-lanterns, which we will light. And tomorrow we will drive up to my son the genius's house, visit him and his wife and the kids, take them up some candy that Lynn got, delivered into the trunk at Walmart. So we're going to do that. And that's all we really can do. We can't safely even have Zeb over right now because Roland, his older brother, decided to play football. Okay, so they mask up and all that, but you know as well as I do that kids get to playing together and shit happens. And they've already had in our part of the state, they've already had about half a dozen of the football teams quarantined now because of COVID cases.
I've lost count.
And so here's the thing, people. You can't expect teenage kids or even your young adult children who aren't in as much danger as you are to take as many precautions as you need to be taking. And as much as you hate not being around your kids and your grandkids and stuff, you're not going to be able to be around them at all if you're freaking dead.
Yeah.
Besides which, in the middle of all this, you know what your adult children don't need? To take care of you or have to watch you die in the hospital.
Yeah.
Everybody has enough on their plate. So we are going to go up, we will visit with them outside, and we will enjoy it. Will it be the same as? No. Is it going to even be close? No. Would I much rather have a great big party with all my friends and my grandkids and all their friends. That's why there's the time we had so many kids was because they were Zeb and Roland's friends.
Yep.
And it was fantastic. And hopefully we'll be able to do that again someday. Okay, I like to get my pumpkin eyebrows because it gives him a little expression. Okay, so, and when you thin out the walls, as you can see I did, you thin out the walls enough, it makes it easier to carve. See, there's his eyebrows, Mom.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to give him some eyeballs. Now, if you want something to be spooky-ish and or comical, you want to build its features bigger. And very easy way to make eyes is just to cut them out, and then you want to make them so that they actually can look like they're looking at shit. And so you're just going to carve that, and then you're just going to come in here like this and make a pupil. So now my pumpkin is actually looking in a difference. Okay, now you see this edge, how it's beveled out? You don't want to see that. So what you do is you take your knife and you cut that out in the back. That gives you a much clearer, more distinct, is distinct the correct word? Yeah, one of those words I'm looking for. Anyway, it just gives you a lot better hole, so you're not, see?
Yes, I see.
Okay,
I have no idea why my light went off, but there you go.
that's okay.
You can
Okay.
turn yours on.
Oh, did I not have it on?
You don't have yours on.
Well, no wonder I can't see what the fuck I'm doing. I
Right.
blame you guys.
Turn it on so that I have light
Okay,
on my.
so, and you can also do, I do this sometimes I don't. You can also take the tip of your knife and go in the middle of this and kind of just spin it around like this. And you can either go all the way through or only part of the way through, and what it does is it allows a point of light when you put the candle in.
That is
So.
cool.
Okay, so then you want to make his nose. Well, you could just do a triangle. You could just do a regular jack-o'-lantern, but if you want to do something quasi-cool, what you do to make a nose is you come in like this. And you come down about to here in the pumpkin. Go this way. Oh, you say, oh, you're going to cut a big hole. No, I'm not. What I'm going to do is cut some lines. All right, see?
Aha.
Now it's part of his nose. And now we'll do the same thing we did with the other. We'll cut out that inside a little bit to make it look wider without having to actually cut off any more of the outside of the pumpkin. We just take it off the inside. You okay, Ma?
Yep.
Okay. You want to come see what I'm doing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Will you be careful? Okay, so see? There, got half of his nose. And now do the other half. And to make it look, so you don't want it to be too symmetrical because there's no face that's symmetrical. So you want to come down from where that one is, make another point, and go down like that. And if you make it a little bit off, it even makes it look like he's got a little bit of disfigurement going on. That's cool too. Because after all, jack-o'-lantern and Halloween and scary shit and stuff like that. Okay. And again, you wanna, that's easy to do, to carve that inside stuff out and just get it out of there. No, I said that and then it got stuck.
Of course.
Oh, I hate when that happens. Okay. All right. So I don't really like, I'm going to curve that a little bit in just because I want to. See? And that's the fun thing is you can kind of dick around with them as you're going and make them do, you could like decide, well, I don't like that eye. You know, if you make one, like I'm going to cut this eye. If I cut this eye too big, I can always go in and change the other one, or I can leave it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So we want to have him look in a certain direction. So we've got that pupil going that way. So we want this one to go this way. So we got him looking over to the side. And what I usually do with them is because this year I'm only doing 2, but I usually do at least 3, sometimes 4 and 5 of them, sometimes even more. And I'll have them all look in different directions and kind of set them around. And again, you're going to just carve around the inside like that to get that down where you get more of what you're looking for without having. And so we'll give him another over here. Spin him another pupil. Because why not? We're doing it, we might as well do it. Now, so there you go, see?
I love it.
Okay. So, so just now I decided this side's not big enough, so I'll carve it out a little bit more. Make it match a little bit. I don't want it to match completely though, because I kind of like it better when it doesn't. All right. So you can see I've kind of made it look, I've kind of put his eyebrows down at a slant, like one of them's higher than the other, so see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now, one of the big tricks to making a jack-o'-lantern, because you want something that's kind of scary, maybe not too scary depending what you're doing, you want to go big with the mouth. The bigger the mouth is, the better. So you want to go past the point of the eye. I'm going to have him smile, so I'll go all the way up here. Okay, so this is the hardest part, actually. Okay, because you go down a little ways. Like, I want to give him a couple of teeth, but I don't want to give him too many. So I'll give him another tooth. I'll give him a tooth right there. Okay. Maybe give him another one right there. Okay. And give him Give him another one right there.
He eats a lot of Halloween candy.
Well, he's a jack-o'-lantern. That's what they do. He eats candy corn. Shit like that. That's your right goddamn lunch there. Okay, so then I'm gonna come in, and it's hard because I'm blind as a bat, but what you wanna do is you wanna put the teeth on the bottom. You don't wanna put them up against the other ones. You wanna have them go a different place. So you have to go like that. Okay, so it helps if you can see, but, you know, it's like between the three of us in this house, none of us can see. You should see us trying to pluck each other's whiskers out of our beard. You know, that's a lot of fun. You know, it's like, hey, can you see that? No.
What? See
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, that was my skin. Yeah, that's a good one too. Okay, so then we go over here, and then like I said, I'm gonna put another tooth right there, kind of where I put the other ones. I'm putting in between them. All right. And go up this way. We'll cut one more tooth here.
Oh my goodness, he's got a mouthful. He's got 6.
Yeah, that's enough. He's been eating candy corn. What the hell? All right. All right. So there you go. Okay. So now you just start peeling that out. Now I didn't do it, and I don't usually because I've done so many of these. But occasionally, you will cut off something you didn't mean to cut off. You can usually fix that by using a toothpick. And you just put it back in. You take a toothpick and you stick it in both sides of the pumpkin and then just stick it back in place. I need a bigger knife to pop that out. But like I was saying, we're looking forward to seeing the kids. We're going to bring them a box of snacky chips that we get through the mail. And I'm going to bring them some pumpkin seeds that I made. And we'll go and visit with them for a minute. And that'll be our big Halloween celebration, which isn't big at all, but you know, there you go. It is what it is. It's better than nothing. And this idea that people have that it's somehow worth the risk, it's only worth the risk till you lose a loved one.
Yeah.
Once you lose
or
a
you
loved
cause
one,
someone else to do so.
or yeah, but you know, but you lose a loved one. All of a sudden, is it really worth the risk?
Okay, I am going to go ahead and turn you off and show
Okay.
them the finished product in a minute.
Okay. Cool one. There you go.
There you go. Okay.
All right, so there he is. He's all lit up. You can see how the pupils work now. See? And you can see how he looks pretty damn good. He's a pretty good one. Like I said, I'm not a master carver, but I am pretty good. I'm always happy with him, and that's all that fucking matters.
Yep.
It's like I said, you know, do something. You don't have to do a lot. Do something to make these times that much less horrific. Find something you can do. But don't do anything stupid. It's really not worth the risk. Like I said, you think it's worth the risk till you're putting somebody in the ground.
Yep.
Then it ain't worth the risk.